Greetings, ICHRIE friends and colleagues. Happy 2021. I hope that you had a restful break. I hope that you've relaxed and refreshed and are ready to begin anew. And so, gosh, here we are already a little bit further than mid-January, and so much has happened in ICHRIE in those first couple of weeks of January. And so I want to tell you about all the happenings and keep you informed as I've done in the last couple of videos. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Joy Dickerson, and I work for Delaware County Community College in Media, Pennsylvania. I come to you today as the ICHRIE president for 2020-2021, and lots going on already in 2021. So here we go. On January 1st, on our very first day, we could officially welcome our new leaders, executive directors in Interim, Ray Shacklock, Fred Mayo, and Reg Fukarzazaki. And these three have been so wonderful to work with. They jumped on board back in the fall, September-ish, October, and just started to meet with us and, sit in on committee meetings and just really start, looking at some of the things that we were talking about so that they could help us lead this. And they have been amazing. So officially on January 1st, they have become our new leaders. And so Ray, again, will be our executive director interim for communication and membership. Fred is our executive director interim for outreach and partnerships, and Reg is our executive director interim for our ICHRIE operations. And so I encourage you, if you have any questions, please make sure that you reach out to them. Questions, suggestions, comments, friendly conversation. Just reach out and, they'll be happy to chat with you. So I also want to tell you that on January 4th, just a few days later, our election was verified, and I have the honor to congratulate Ralph Burbach, incoming vice president, Tassie Pippert, who will be our secretary, Anders Justinlund, who will be our director of marketing, returning, and then our director of education will be Don Schaffstall, and James Williams will be our director of networking. So these folks will come into position at the end of July during the installation ceremony, during conference. And in the meantime, they'll be sitting in on our board meetings and will be part of our email communication so that they become familiar with the things that we are working on. So I extend my sincerest thanks to these folks for willingly serving our organization, and I also offer warm congratulations. So there's also some other congratulations to be offered, and that's to some of our new editors of our journals and our research reports. And so first, I just want to make you aware that for our ICHRIE research reports, our new editor, co-editor team will be Dr. Nick Thomas and Dr. Lisa Young and Dr. Chris Roberts. And those three will make up the team for the research reports. Thank you for serving, and again, congratulations to you. And also for JHTR, the Journal of Hospitality and Tourism Research, we have a trio of new editors, and we are thrilled to welcome them also. And so that will be Dr. Lee Mao, and Dr. Jean-Pierre Van der Rest, and Dr. Peter Kim. And so again, we are very grateful for the time and the service that you're willing to give to this ICHRIE journal. And JHTR is just a fantastic, it's just a fantastic journal. So we thank you. We know that you're going to, maintain the integrity and the quality of these journals. And just, I feel like both the research reports and the journals are in such good hands. So thank you. And I also just want to mention to you that, we're going to experiment a little bit with JHTR and just give you an opt-out in terms of hard copy. Many of us now are using only electronic copies of everything. And so we're going to try this for a year or two and give you an option on how you would like to receive, just to make sure that we're, what we feel is trending is what you really want. Okay. Next, conference planning. So, we really wanted to have a live conference in July. However, it has been determined that the 2021 conference at the end of July, our annual conference, will be virtual. So here's what happened, right? We sent out, again, at the beginning of January, a survey. 228 people responded to that survey, and this was all in regards to your preferences for the conference for 2021. So based on a lot of factors, and the survey was a big part of that, but the board really determined that it would be in everyone's best interest to go virtual for this year's conference. Listen, the big factors are safety was our number one factor that we had to consider. Travel restrictions, we had to consider university and college funding for your professional development. And then even of those who said that they would attend a live conference, then we were concerned about numbers and if we could offer the type of conference that that would really serve you the best. And so we have come to the unanimous decision on the board that this will go virtual. And so this is what's going to happen. Our one-time hybrid conference task force is now called the Virtual Conference Task Force, headed up by Kim Sievert and a great group of our ICHRIE members. And they are actually working on some of the logistics, determining platforms. We want this to be a quality conference, and so they are looking at a variety of different platforms. So again, this is headed up by Kim Sievert, also Mary Jo Dolasinski, and a really wonderful group of our ICHRIE members. Okay, so what will happen additionally is that shortly you're going to be receiving information on submission deadlines for papers, presentations, symposia, posters. And so all of that information will be forthcoming. And I think I want to say to you that the good news is it means we get to celebrate 75 years all year long. So we do plan to be offering celebratory pieces all through the year. And we want to really celebrate together in Washington, D.C. That is our hope. That has not yet been confirmed, but that's definitely, we're getting pretty close to that. And so we would, again, go to Washington, D.C. in 2022, pending some future, in the short term, negotiations. And of course, the board would need to approve that. But in the meantime, that would also mean, in case you're following conference locations, that would also mean that Montreal, which was set for 2022, would then be moved back to 2024. So that's the plan. We still hope to kind of culminate our year-long celebration in Washington, D.C. in 2022. But for 2021, we will be going virtual. The teams, let me just say this, the teams have been so amazing in putting together a spectacular conference. And so we're excited to just sort of keep that energy rolling. Again, Mary Jo, Kim, there's, like 40 some committees or something with the 75th anniversary. So this is big, and we want everybody to be a part of this. Okay. So next, I want to tell you a little bit about what's happening with our steering committee. So remember from our last message that we have a transitional steering committee. We actually have 16 project teams working right now. And so it's pretty exciting. We're looking, every project team represents sort of a little functional area or need within ICHRIE, and we're all sort of studying, what we need from our organization, and not just today, but also 3 years from now. We're also looking at do we keep those functions in-house, or do we try to outsource them to a vendor? And so these teams, again, lots of minds working, and I can assure you, representing all of our federations. And so this team is working now through, the first phase of this team is actually finishing up on February 28th. And it's an aggressive deadline. But the thing is they need to pass their information on to our leadership search committee. What we deem to stay in-house, of course, will become part of what we expect to see in a leader, the expertise, the skill sets that we need to see in our leader. So we do have leadership search chairs. That would be Dr. Nick Thomas and Dr. Donna Quadri-Faliti. And so these two folks are sort of framing things out now, but really cannot get into the specifics until the Transitional Steering Committee sort of sends them all of their findings. So lots is going on so that we have really solid direction for our organization. Again, this isn't just about, what's going to happen in 3 months from now, but this is really about framing things out for the next few years. Okay. I encourage you to contact me or anyone on the board if you have questions, about some of our thoughts and direction with this. Okay. So a couple of things, keep up with the webinars. There's lots going on between the federations and, and ICHRIE, January 28th, which is very close. ICHRIE is putting on a webinar with ICHRIEers. So, check the website for that information. The other thing that I really need to, kind of plug are these federation conferences. So every federation is working pretty diligently on their conference. The first one upcoming in mid-February with West. And so, last week, every federation president offered us, all of their thoughts and sort of their planning on where they are with their conferences. So there is a lot of really good planning and education and research opportunity and information for all of us to enjoy and value. So I encourage you, again, go to the website, see what the days are, see if you can attend. Okay. And again, this is all part of our value in ICHRIE. The other thing that I want to say to you is, gosh, if you're not already connected, I encourage you to do so to any of our social media channels. So we are Anders and the marketing team and kind of some members at large are sort of putting together a whole campaign so that there are updates regularly, announcements happening, reminders happening. So again, that's Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn. And so, I just encourage you to try to connect. The end goal of this is that every day something would come out and, sort of hit your screen, if you will. So, be aware, and we're just trying to find lots of different ways to communicate. And we just want to make sure that the word is getting out to you with things that are going on. Okay. And so the other thing I just want to remind you about is you've been getting all sorts of like little reminders about the newbie Zoom. And so ICHRIE, the networking team, that would be, Ralph Burbach and Damien Duchamp and the whole team, Miranda, Kitterlin Lynch, they're all sort of working together and putting together, there's a whole team putting this together. But it's targeted for our younger members, targeted towards those who have been a member 3 years or less. Anyone can attend, but it's really meant to sort of show our newer members what we're all about, who people are, maybe a little the history of ICHRIE, all the different federations, how we all work together, and and some of the values that we're offering now. So this is again on February 2nd. Every federation has a part in this. So, get on board, get excited, and please make sure that your younger members, or even if it's newer members, join this newbie Zoom. Okay. And with that, I want to talk a little bit about membership renewal. We need you to renew, and we need you to sort of bring on new folks, if you will. And so membership renewals happen at kind of a funny time of year, and before you know it, we're in December, right? And then we go away on holiday and we come back, and now here we are in January, and we're just getting started with classes. So I encourage you that if it's sort of slipped off your radar, to please make sure that you renew and get back in that groove again. Okay. And the other thing that I want to tell you is we have, our Eta Sigma Delta group has been diligently working, and the Board of Governors and their leader, Ruth O'Rourke, have put forth the initiative and the proposal to add yet a 6th point of honor to ESD. And that 6th point of honor is diversity, equity, and inclusion. It is extremely important and very timely, as well as an organization. Inclusivity is also one of, our top 4 core values. And so I applaud this group for moving this forward. The board has approved it, and so they will be threading this into their work in Eta Sigma Delta. Okay. The other thing, of course, I think I might have mentioned this before, but they are having a virtual conference for the students this year in April. So stay tuned, look for that. If you don't have a chapter, talk to Ruth O'Rourke about starting a student chapter. If you do have a chapter, make sure that we're having our induction ceremonies and that. But what the group has decided is that we'll have a spring virtual conference, and they've got lots of activity, lots of speakers, and lots of different kind of upbeat activities planned. And then they're planning to have sort of a virtual induction ceremony for students from all schools, for those schools who maybe are not able to have their own induction ceremonies, or who would choose to join in to the larger ceremony. So very exciting and very innovative, and again, just look out for all of those messages. So I leave you by just reminding you of our core values. We have 4 core values. We believe in the spirit of hospitality. We believe in knowledge. We believe in participation and collaboration, and we believe in inclusivity. And so with these core values, we need to practice them. We need to hold on to them. Our reminders, if you will, in how we make decisions, and in our personal conduct, and how we treat each other collegially. So I'm excited. These 4 values are sort of driving us. They're driving our decisions. They helped us to build our mission statement. And so, and I believe that they will help move us through 2021 and beyond. Right? So I wish you a most wonderful semester. I know that you are just getting into it, and spring is a great semester to begin. And I know that I was always excited for the spring, knowing that May is, only a blink away, right? So enjoy your semester. Good luck with it, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks. Take care.